I just chopped my hair off, so I decided it was time to get a new profile picture for all of my social media. I usually start out with a couple of sketches to warm up, to figure out what kind of pose I like, and this is the part of the video and the drawing that's taking that up. So here I'm just testing out different poses, different angles, and if I found one that I liked, I started to line it and to see where it went from there to see if I continued to like it. I figured I hadn't drawn myself in a while to do a new avatar, and I just like chopped my hair off anyway, so it was time. I finally settled on this pose. It just turned out really well. I think it was because I was loose and I was just like ready to get into it and do it once and be done. So that's where I started to like refine the sketch and play around with angles of my face and my nose, as well as reference older self portraits that I've done. And the way I sort of like to line is I always like to put the sketch layer and lower the opacity and then sketch on top of that in a looser fashion but with more refined lines, as you can see, and just figure out where the limbs go and like the other like body parts go, and just to figure it out from really that point. So you can see here, I'm just trying to figure out what a foot looks like. It takes me a minute. It does not go well. But you also notice that I'm flipping my canvas a lot to make sure that everything is lined up and like it is in like proportion with each other. I play with the neck a lot and the head size because I couldn't figure out like if it was too big or if it was too small, which is why you see me flipping my canvas a lot. And then after I get the base of the body down, I like to go on there's that foot again. As I get the base down, I like to go on another layer and sort of add the details such as the hair and like the clothes. And I was trying out sort of shadowing with black in like specific spaces, like underneath the sleeve of the collar and the and just like thickening up the lines a little bit. That foot really gave me a run for my money, I think. But after I am satisfied with my preliminary sketch, I go in with my lining tool. I like to line at 2-point with my fine liner. I just go in and I adjust things as I go. I noticed later that the cheek was a little too big on the right side as well as the neck. But I line everything and make sure that everything is good and kosher, as well as in the place that I want it and to the like thickness that I like it. I was trying something new with hands and just sort of like doing more of a blobby style as opposed to drawing out each individual digit. As well as with jeans. I like drawing jeans. I just wish I was better at doing them. And so I always like to add little wrinkles in the jeans, even though I don't know exactly where they're supposed to go. It's all trial and error, and I just sort of make things up as I go, and that's okay. I also had no idea what I was doing with these shoes. I was referencing some Adidas that I already have, like that were in my room that I consistently wear. I fixed that foot, do not worry. But and I added some detail to make them look more like shoes. And I go through my hair, and then once I'm satisfied with the line art, I will start to do the flats, and we'll see where that goes in a minute. But I actually have that Rad Dad shirt. I just adjusted it so you could read Rad Dad better. But I usually flat on only one layer, and as you can see, I'm using a previous self-portrait to get my color palette. But I had to darken my hair because I recently, it's no longer like dyed and it's a dirty blonde as opposed to like more of a blonder blonde. But I color my flats are always on one layer usually, unless I'm being really meticulous about the way I want to color it. I'm always searching for new ways to practice coloring, so if you have a particular way that you like to do it, just let me know, and I will try it out. I try and stay away from a stark white, which is why the shoes are more of that like off eggshell color. I usually use a brighter white for the eye whites, which I know have a specific name, but I don't know what they're called. But after the flats, the way I shade is really lazy. I just go in with a darker color on top on a new layer. And I shadow where I think there should be shadow, and then I just lower the opacity into a place that I like it, and then I just blur the edges a little bit and adjust as needed. I also like adding blush to like elbows and noses and ears. I think it's cute, and that's why I like it. But then I'm at a background, and I doubled the line art so that it is thicker. But that's the end of it, and that's the video. Thanks for watching.